Scarlett Hayes never believed in fate, until a stranger told her the exact way she would die. It happened on the coldest night of October. Rain covered the highway outside Black Hollow Ridge as Scarlett drove home from a photography assignment in the mountains. Her phone had no signal, her gas tank sat dangerously close to empty, and the storm kept getting worse. Then she saw him. A man stood alone beside the road. No car, no umbrella, just a long black coat darkened by rain. Scarlett almost kept driving. Every warning she had ever heard told her not to stop for strangers at night. But something about him felt wrong in a way she couldn't explain. Not threatening. Just impossible. She slowed the car. The man leaned toward her window without smiling. "You shouldn't be on this road tonight, Scarlett." Her blood turned cold. She had never seen him before. The window stayed closed. "How do you know my name?" she asked. The stranger ignored the question. "You have 3 days left." Lightning flashed across the mountains. Scarlett laughed nervously. "Okay, that's enough." His pale eyes never moved. 3 days, he repeated. "You die Friday night at 11:14. Her smile disappeared. Rain hammered the windshield. "Who are you?" The stranger stepped back. "Damien Vale." The name meant nothing. Then he said something that made her stomach twist. "The bridge collapse won't kill you," Damien said. "It only starts everything." Scarlett froze. "Bridge collapse? What are you talking about?" But Damien looked toward the forest instead of answering. "They're already watching." Scarlett turned instinctively. Dark pine trees stood motionless beyond the road. Empty. When she looked back, Damien was gone. No footsteps, no sound. Nothing. Her heart pounded as she searched the roadside with her headlights. There was nowhere he could have disappeared. Shaken, Scarlett drove away faster than she should have. 10 minutes later, she reached Raven Bridge. The storm had become violent. Wind shook the steel rails as she crossed. Then a deafening crack split the night. The road beneath her trembled. Scarlett slammed the brakes, metal screamed, and the center of the bridge collapsed into darkness. The bridge gave way beneath Scarlett's car. Steel snapped like bones. Her headlights tilted toward the black river below as the front tires slid over broken concrete. Panic exploded through her chest. She gripped the steering wheel and hit reverse. The engine screamed. For one horrifying second, nothing happened. Then the rear tires caught. The car jerked backward just as the center section of Raven Bridge collapsed into roaring water. Scarlett gasped and slammed the brakes. Silence. Only rain. Her hands shook so badly she could barely breathe. Damien's words echoed in her head. "The bridge collapse won't kill you. It only starts everything." Her phone buzzed. She nearly dropped it. No signal still, but one message appeared anyway. Unknown. 2 days. 23 hours. Scarlett stared at the screen. No number, no contact, just the message. She deleted it immediately. When she looked up, someone stood on the opposite side of the ruined bridge. A tall figure, completely still. Rain blurred its shape, but it looked almost human. Almost. Scarlett flashed her headlights. The figure didn't move. Then lightning lit the sky, and it was gone. Her pulse hammered. She reversed the car and sped toward town. By the time she reached Black Hollow, midnight had passed. The mountain town looked deserted beneath fog and rain. Closed diners, dark storefronts, empty sidewalks. Scarlett rushed into her apartment building and locked the door behind her. Only then did she finally let herself shake. Her best friend Mia answered on the third call. "Scarlett, do you know what time it is?" "There was a bridge collapse." Mia instantly woke up. "What?" Scarlett told her everything. The storm, Damien, the warning, the message. Long silence followed. "You stopped for some creepy guy in the mountains," Mia said carefully. "And now you think he predicted the bridge?" "I know how it sounds." "It sounds insane." Scarlett looked toward her living room window. I know. Mia sighed. Stay home tomorrow. I'll come over after work. Scarlett agreed. After hanging up, she locked every window and turned on every light. But sleep never came. At 3:17 a.m., a sound pulled her from the couch. 3 slow knocks. Not on the door, on the bedroom window. Her apartment was on the 3rd floor. Scarlett froze. Knock, knock, knock. Heart pounding, she walked toward the bedroom. The curtains moved slightly, as if something outside had touched them. Then a low voice drifted through the glass. Scarlett. It wasn't Damien. And somehow, it already sounded familiar. Scarlett stopped breathing. Her apartment was 3 floors above the street. No balcony, no fire escape. Yet someone stood outside her bedroom window. Scarlett? The voice came again, soft, almost gentle. Her pulse thundered as she grabbed the nearest thing she could find, a metal lamp from her nightstand. The curtains moved once more. She forced herself forward and pulled them open. Nothing. Only rain streaking across the glass. The city below looked empty. No person. No shadow. Her legs nearly gave out. Then she noticed words written across the outside of the fogged window. Don't trust him. Scarlett stumbled backward. The message looked freshly traced by a finger. Before she could react, her phone buzzed again. Unknown. He lies. She threw the phone onto the bed. The room suddenly felt colder. And beneath the smell of rain, she caught something else. Smoke, not from outside, from inside the apartment. Scarlett rushed into the hallway. A thin trail of gray smoke drifted from beneath her front door. Fear surged through her. She unlocked it carefully. No fire, no person. Only a small envelope resting on the floor. No footsteps, no sound in the hallway. Hands shaking, she picked it up. Inside was an old photograph. Scarlett stared at it. The image showed Raven Bridge decades earlier, and standing among several people near the railing was Damien. Same black coat, same pale face. He hadn't aged at all. Written on the back were 4 words, ask about Eleanor Vale. Morning arrived without sleep. Mia came over carrying coffee and concern. You look terrible. Scarlett handed her the photograph. Mia studied it. Okay, that's creepy. Look at him. Mia frowned. He does look like your mountain guy. Scarlett told her about the window and envelope. For the first time, Mia looked genuinely unsettled. You think someone's stalking you? I don't know what to think anymore. They searched online. After nearly an hour, Mia found something, an old newspaper archive. Scarlett leaned closer. The headline chilled her. Local woman dies after claiming stranger predicted her death. The article was dated 1989. Victim, Eleanor Vale. Scarlett's stomach dropped. The photo beside the article showed a young woman with frightened eyes, and standing behind her in the crowd, Damien. Unchanged. Mia whispered, That's impossible. Scarlett kept reading. Eleanor had claimed a man warned her about her death 3 days before it happened. Authorities dismissed it as paranoia. She died exactly when predicted. 11:14 p.m. Friday night. Scarlett looked at the clock. Thursday afternoon. Then her phone vibrated. Unknown. Find Damien before the Watcher finds you. Scarlett stared at the message until the screen dimmed. Find Damien before the Watcher finds you. Mia looked pale. Who keeps sending these? I don't know. But deep down, Scarlett knew one thing. Whoever it was, they already knew what would happen next. They traced Damien's name through local records and abandoned forums until one location appeared repeatedly. Black Hollow Cemetery, an old caretaker's house near the forest. By sunset, they were driving through thick fog toward the cemetery gates. The place looked forgotten. Broken statues leaned beneath dead trees while cold wind whispered through iron fences. The caretaker's house stood alone beyond the graves. Its windows glowed faintly. Scarlett stepped inside first. Dust covered everything, and Damien sat beside the fireplace as though he had been expecting her. Mia froze. "You're real." Damien looked at Scarlett. "You came sooner than Eleanor did." Scarlett held up the photograph. "Who are you?" He watched the flames. "My family has carried the same curse for generations. We see deaths before they happen." Scarlett's voice shook. "And the Watcher?" His expression darkened. "It follows those marked to die." Marked? When death changes course, something notices. Scarlett remembered the bridge. "You mean I was supposed to die there?" Damien nodded. "You survived. That disturbed the balance." A sudden bang shook the house. Mia screamed. The front door slammed shut by itself. Then came silence. Heavy silence. Damien stood immediately. "It found you." The temperature dropped. Darkness gathered beyond the windows. And slowly, a tall shape emerged between the graves. Too thin, too tall, its face hidden beneath shifting shadow. The Watcher. Scarlett felt terror unlike anything she had ever known. The creature didn't walk. It glided. Damien grabbed an old lantern. "Stay behind me." The walls groaned. Windows shattered inward. Wind exploded through the house as the shadow crossed the doorway. Then Scarlett heard it speak. Not with a mouth. Inside her head. 11:14. She looked at the clock above the fireplace. 11:11 p.m. 3 minutes left. The Watcher moved closer. Damien stepped forward and raised the lantern. "It wants the life that escaped." Scarlett backed away. "You said the bridge wouldn't kill me." "It didn't." His voice softened. "But I never said you were the one meant to die." Scarlett froze. The shadow lunged. Damien threw himself between them. The lantern shattered. Blinding fire burst across the room. The Watcher screamed, a sound like twisting metal, and darkness collapsed inward. Then everything stopped. Silence. Smoke drifted through broken glass. Scarlett opened her eyes. The shadow was gone. So was Damien. Only ashes remained near the fireplace. The clock read 11:14. Mia whispered, "What just happened?" Scarlett looked down. Resting beside the ashes lay Damien's old photograph. But something had changed. The image no longer showed him standing beside Eleanor. Or beside Raven Bridge. Now he stood beside Scarlett. And written beneath the picture, in fresh black ink, were 6 words. "Your death has been moved forward."